So hey everyone, welcome back to some more FGO Lostbelt free. We previously on FGO. Nanny! Okay, that was a weird episode. Holy crap. And now we're gonna fight. Oh god. Is she gonna be an assassin, as in that's the one we summon, or is she completely different? I don't know. Sorry. I'm gonna borrow Heracles. It was a wild man. There was so many Heracles there. I am all burp right now. What's going on? Let's see. Should have I'm gonna have Darius there. I'm gonna Gurdy, I do not know. Since I do not know what I'm gonna fight. If I'm gonna fight an ass in. I do not know. What should I go with? In case it's a berserker. I don't think it's a berserker, but I guess we will learn. We will learn the hard, rough, sexy way. Hey, what? Wait, what? We just jump into a fight? Nani? That's not how we do it. We have a long 20 to 30 minute talk, then we fight, and then there's a little talk in the end. She's an ass. There's a lot of HP. Oh, I got a free guts there. That's nice at least. Okay. Well, ain't that a bitch? No! She's cheating! She's cheating! Oh my god! Well, at least we're getting plenty of buffs. Why did I do that? That was dumb. Oh god, I'm dumb. Look at me go. Okay. This is bullshit. Go, go, go. Oh god, how much HP do I... Oh god, why does it have so much HP? Darius, why are you an AoE right now? BP Chandelier. Stab. I part of me really hate her MP because I don't like syringes myself. So seeing her go there and stab with a big one is scary. Oh no! That's unfair! My god! No! No! That is so unfair! And you even attack so you get rid of the guts. You're such an ass. I'm just saying. Okay, Heracles, it's time to roar. I always forget that I am poisoned. Why does that affect me like that? That's bullshit. Oh god, this... Oof, that was nice. That's nice damage. Go Heracles, my angry boy. It's so unfair. Does he remove all her buffs? That's pretty bad. Hidoshi, bye-bye! You're dead! Okay, shield! Go, my boy. Get some HP there, boy. Oh, God. Do I really need to do 2 turns? 2 like for 600, almost 700k and then more? Really? Handball. Handball. See? She's so sneaky, so she knows, because I get the gut thing. So if you attack and then remove the guts, then they get evaporated by the fucking MP. And the MP stacking this curse thing, right? Yeah, it stacks the curse. Oh God, no. So that is, it's a worthless skill. Why do I have that? I don't know what my voice meant there, but it did. Go Heracles! Go Heracles! Stab, stab. Oh my God, that damage! Oh boy! Ah, fuck, they are fucked. No! Herc! God damn it. Man. Warning for bad weather. It rains quite a lot. Heavy raining. It's like she's like having a period and they just massacre us with it. Oh no! Mashu? Mashu? I have Mashu? Oh no. Oh, you. Oh, okay. Is this enough though? Do I only need to do this? Come on. Please. Please. Yo! That was what I needed! Fuck yes! Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Heracles. You were a big help. Big nuke. Big nuke, dude. That really, really helped. Oh my God. I am happy to manage that. How can she attack with such power so quickly? She should have run out of magical energy ages ago. I don't know. She's like a true ancestor thing. She's not using her own magical energy at all. She's sucking up the endless supply of mana from the world itself and using it as her own. She literally sucking off Earth? Dude. That's not nice. So this is what a true ancestor and incarnation elemental can do. Wait, what? Incarnated elemental. So it's not a real true ancestor, so that she's a little bit different. Still, OP, problematic. I never thought that China had one of its own. Fighting one of them is like taking on a tsunami or a hurricane with your fists. I'm a man of actions. When I see a hurricane, I run for cover. I'm sorry that it went right over my head. Could you dumb me down to say, horse level? Simply put, we've been quite thoroughly backed into a corner here. That's bad, right? Oh yes, we're all going to die anyway. Might I suggest you blow yourself up so everyone except me can truly get out with a bang. Will you two just shut up already? Like Django. Just blow up so I can run away. That's sassy ass, I like you. I don't think we can keep this up any longer, Master. Oh. Oh yeah, fighting. Enough playing around, Akuta. No, now that you reveal your true form, we suppose we should no longer call you by your alias. But then, you have never given us any other name. What should we call you now? You would call my wrath, my curse, merely playing around, O worldly king. What else would you call this? Did you endure eternity merely so you could curse these people to death? Undying one, true one, we have too much respect for you to see you lose your way like this. Return here before you go any further. Recall the pledge you still have yet to keep and do what must be done first. So you do not want me to do anything unless it benefits you, is that it? We are telling you to remember what it is you came here to do. Yes, what is the nature of relationship between these two? I don't know. It's weird. I don't ask any questions. A pledge. Does that mean she had made some other deal with King Shi Huang I didn't know about? Probably Chang Yu, I guess. Those of us who endure eternally should not be so swept up in fleeting emotions. You must not forget what it is truly you seek, how close you are to having it in your grasp, and what you must yet do. All right, I understand. I shall follow your advice for now. Yu Mei Ren has left the battlefield. Phew, I am exhausted. This stuff can be such a pain. As much as I despise humans, I do have to give them credit for one thing. The weapons they make are so much easier to use. There's nothing better than something that lets you kill a bunch of humans just by pulling a trigger. Ah. Yeah, we are very good to make weapons like that, aren't we? Konosuke, I take you knew that Kurehinako was actually Yu Mei Ren all along. Isn't the song of Gaixia to take it? I guess? Ah yes, the one frequently mentioned in discussion of the Battle of Gaixia. My strength plucked up the hills, my might shadowed the world. But the time were against me, and the Dapple runs no more. When Dapple runs no more, what then can I do? Ah, you, my you, what will your fate be? So this means that Yu Mei Ren wasn't human, and she also been alive for thousands of years? It was shocking enough to find out the legendary Yu Mei Ren was actually a bloodsucker, or rather, a true ancestor. But then, why would she bother infiltrating Chaldea and applying to be a race-shift candidate? Yes. And if that were enough, now she's a creep to hold up in the Chinese Lostbelt? Ugh, none of this makes sense. It makes sense. From understanding and what we have seen with the Guan Yu and all of that, I assume she wants, of course, meet her lover. Lover. And, of course, if you're part of Chaldea, time traveling, aka the different singularities, it makes sense, because if she really just wanted to see her beloved, you know? True, if only you look at our facts, they all seem pretty long indeed. But if you trace them back to their source, they also couldn't be simpler. This all happened because Marisbury planned for it to happen. Marisbury? Man, he even after all these years he'd been dead, he still managed to screw with us. As I suspected, Director Marisbury Atmosphere may have seemed like a good person, but at heart, he was still a mage. A mage's idea of doing good and the human's idea of doing good are very, very different. Marisbury may have been just a person, but it seemed like he also managed to do the good, that is, his best as a mage. I expect he must have been anxious. I imagine he had to wonder if redshifting was even possible, and if it was, whether human could actually survive the process. I'd guess that's what prompted him to bring Yume Ren on as a backup plan of sorts. No doubt he must have thought that even if it turned out humans couldn't withstand a redshift, she would either survive or could be resuscitated thanks to her sturdy true ancestor body. That must be why her covered up her true identity under the name Akuta Hinako, and sent her a formal invitation to Chaldea after she had been hiding away in the margins of history for centuries. That would have been before the previous version of me was summoned to Chaldea. I do recall Akuta Hinako was already part of Chaldea's staff even before Team A was formed. Marisbury must have wanted to prove the viability of Rayship to come hell or high water. Yeah. Agreed. I imagine he meant to use her as a guinea pig to make the experiment work. Even if there turned out to be no more mere humans who fit the bill whatsoever. But as luck would have it, not only did there turn out to be plenty of viable candidates, the Demi Servant's plan had come up with improved odds of summoning a heroic spirit after the Rayshift worked out as well. All of which means that Marisbury no longer needed to be bothered giving Hakuta Hinako more special treatment. She was ultimately assigned to Team A for no other reason than to fill the roster, so to speak. Now do you understand? Your great director was hiding the true answers in his organization all this time. What? How the fuck did he even find her? Like, yo, I casually Googled you and found you. Hey, Google Maps. Finding true ancestors since 2005. Or whatever. I don't know when Google was. When was Google made? Yes, Franco. Thank you. Google. When was... Oh, founded in 1998. Oh, shit. Holy crap. Okay, so, yeah. Done. The fact that none of the surviving staff had any idea is just the ultra-ironic icing on the cake. Still, I'm surprised Yume Ren agreed to all that, being a true ancestor and all. Oh, that's part you find strange? Huh? Well, I don't suppose anyone with a finite lifespan could ever really understand the psychology of a truly eternal being. So I have to give Marisbury credit for being able to figure out what she wanted. It couldn't have been easy for him to convince her, since she really, really hates humans. Man, what is up with all of you guys hating humans? But then again, when looking at mankind, I can also understand it. Yeah, I understand. At the very least, I'm sure he never offered anything as cheesy as a mink cut. I'm not sure what to make of all of this, since I really didn't know Marisbury all that well. I'm sure Romani knew him well enough that he could weigh in with some useful, but... Romani! I miss you. Come on, let's get out of here. Agreed, now that we've made an enemy of Queen Shi Huang, lingering in one place for too long is tantamount to suicide. Got it, then let's keep our camouflage bounded field up and put some distance between us and this place. Man, it really sucks that it took the border. Now we have to carry our patient on foot. Please, no more too. I couldn't eat another bite. I saw something that looked like a truck in the hangar. Maybe we could use that. And you mean the thing they used when they brought me here? It may be better than walking, but we'll feel very bump on the road and then some. But beggars can't be choosers. We have to make the best of it. And then she probably can make some nice springs in it later on anyways. She's a little sheepy genius after all. Long, long ago, this was a beautiful place. Even today, I still remember the time when there was nothing in the sky but wind, and nothing on the ground but plants. This was in ages past, long before anyone even thought to lay claim to this planet. Before I was separated from the world, before I even had a form of my own. But my memories of what came after are all fear, animosity, and a perverse kind of envy. You and I both look the same, which is why I don't understand. Why do you hate me so much? Why do you despise me so? You would attack me viciously, all because I cannot die. I never asked for eternal life. I would have welcomed death. I would have liked nothing more than fall into oblivion alongside my beloved. True ancestors? Bloodsucker? I don't know anything about those. But that didn't stop you from deciding that what I was. You said my inability to die made me unclean, that my inability to age made me a monster. None of you listened to what I had to say. Once you decided I was a monster, you kept treating me like one. I understand you hate humans. I know you want nothing to do with us. But no matter how much you may wish it were otherwise, human will never truly leave you alone. Once they learn you exist, executors will come from far and wide to hunt you down. I cannot do anything to change that fact. As such, I cannot apologize on behalf of humanity. All I can do is give you an outlet for your resentment, to keep my head bowed no matter what manners of abuse you heap upon it. It is with that in mind that I would like to make you a proposal, even if you think me shameless for doing so. If you wish to obtain peace and quiet, your only choice is to move yourself somewhere outside the bounds of human activity. Mankind has grown far too numerous. Indeed, this last century must have been a nightmare for you. They excavate mountains, chop down forests, and greedily expand their territories with no end in sight. You must already realize that at this rate, there will be no longer any safe place left for you to hide. So speaking as one partially responsible for this state of affairs, I would like to offer you a deal. There's a small isolated community of mages in one of the most remote areas of this world. Its residents are well aware that prying into their other community members' lives is taboo. I think you would be right at home in Chaldea. As long as you play along with a false identity I will prepare for you, no one will ever be the wiser. In exchange, I would like you to assist me with my search, a quest of sorts to realize my family's greatest dream. Oh yes, I almost forgot to introduce myself. My name is Marisbury Atmosphere. I hope you can see that our interests are aligned. Spirits of Gaia as one of the last flowers of the moon left on Earth. I would love to have you help in making both our dreams come true. True human, you may read. What? True human? Spirit of Gaia? Nay? I knew he was lying. He was far from the first ghoul who had tried to uncover my secret in their own quest for immortality. And yet, by this point, I was far too tired to tear him to pieces. I wasn't sure whether he was being truthful or not, but I was right about one thing at least. I no longer have a place in this land. There's no darkness to hide me, no light I can join. There's nowhere left for me to go. Yet even so, I can still feel the grip of his despair over my fate coiling around my heart. Oh you, my you, what will your fate be? That's right, I seek an end to eternity, a place where I can hold my head high and declare that I have gone as far as I can. My sole wish, my one final request, is that I may tell my dearly departed that he is no longer need to weep for me. Awaken, fairy, the time has come to return to reality. It has been 5 months since your arrival. We have now scanned your entire body 48 times in total. Our analysis is complete. Every last one of your body's secrets has been recorded within our memory circuits. We have at least learned the secrets of the Senren's immortality. You did well, Fairy. Fairy? She's a fairy? Or perhaps we should continue call you Akuta Hinako. You may call me whatever you wish, Your Imperial Majesty. You may have anything you like as a reward, or is he alone still enough as you initially requested? He is. I desire nothing else. Then, per the terms of our agreement, we hereby bequeath the custody of Kaiji Zero to you. You have served us faithful for centuries, our very first mechanical retainer. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you, Your Imperial Majesty. It is with a heavy heart that I take your leave for the last time.
Xiang Yu. We do not know what sort of name our mechanical retainer may have made for himself in your history. But was this Xiang Yu person worthy of being entrusted with your mystics, Senren? I could ask so much same of you, Your Imperial Majesty. Why would you need to study me now when you have long possessed the Fusang tree itself? True, we did learn the mystic of life through our obtainment of the Fusang tree. But we never came across a single sage or fairy in all the time we spent exploring their lands. You're the first genuine fairy we have ever laid eyes on, Akuta Hinako. She's a fairy? She's a Tinkerbell that sucks blood? Oh shit! I see. At any rate, this fulfills our final part of our contract. Tell us, what will you do now? If possible, I would like to stay in a remote part of your land and live out my days in peace. How modest of you, but will Chaldea let you do that? The Chaldeans have already incurred your wrath. There's no need to dirty my hands any further. It is only a matter of time now before one of your valiant mountain warriors present you with their heads. Ah yes, we see. You do not want Xiang Yu to see you getting rough, so to speak. Very well, we prefer this mild-mannered act to the true colors you display at Ankang anyway. However, there is one thing we must ask of you before you leave our service. Is this world going to perish? At this point, I can no longer tell which will emerge triumphant. The will of this world to survive, or the will that would see this world destroyed. All I can truthfully say is that I couldn't possibly care less. A good answer. We now know that if nothing else, you will never oppose us. Now then, if you excuse me.
Sure, but then Your Imperial Majesty, will she leave? She still knows more about the monsters that have invaded us than she letting on.
Yes, we're sure she does.
I was shaken when she said she did not care if this world lived or died, despite she would say.
She is a Senren, a true human. A true human? What? The only one in the world who is empowered with a royal personage. Had she voiced her intent to do something along with the lines of protecting the world, then our wrath would have been swift and merciless. That would indicate her desire to fight us for this world after all this time we spent protecting it. But that is not what she said. Indeed, she shows she has no attachment to this world whatsoever. In consequence, she can coexist with us as we rule. For there can only be one human who controls the world in its entirety.
Indeed, Your Imperial Majesty, it is just as you say.
Having two or more humans exist inevitably leads to quarreling, so this cannot be permitted. As this world's only human, we shall guide the common people with our love. All they need to concern themselves with is tending their land, filling their bellies, sleep, and reproducing. What could be more peaceful? I don't know. Okay, so she's pretty much a fairy? Okay. That is interesting. What's that about?
You got the handle behind her back? Good. Make sure that the boy is nice and tight. And don't forget the shackles.
Gordon is back! Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? May I remind you, I just helped save your lives back there. I can't believe a little glucose drip is all it took to Gordon up and running again. It really goes to show that a unique person Mr. Gordov is, doesn't it, Senpai?
Full.
As if you use it because I had as a dance floor. For this girl town on the Koska said, whap whap. Oh, God.
I understand how you feel all too well, Tidy. In fact, I can no longer restrain myself either. A cursed wench, now you're wearing Chinese dress of all things. Your wiles won't work on me now, Koska. You won't fool me ever again. Now, what shall I do with you?
Oh no, I can't believe I'm being captured by such a brute. Whatever become of me now? You must have such atrocity in mind as put the King Chi Wang's punishment to shame. A veritable smorgasbord of torture like which had never been witnessed in all of human history. It's so fun to see a Swedish word in all of this. A veritable smorgasbord. It's just so funny. No doubt it's going to carnally humiliate me in unspeakable ways after keeping me caged like a wild animal. Oh, I'm so scared.
Smorgasbord? Carnival, you mean it? What? I mean, yes, I'm ruthless, but I never go that far. Fuck.
Alright, that's enough. Remember your Lana lives are still on the line here, Gordy.
Oh, yes, that's right. Wherever is the dance with poison used to me and Lano? To one of the plumbers to hand over in exchange for our help. I'll even spare you the shackles. Go on then, produce the antidote for the bountiful bottom of yours. Don't think I don't know, you know how sexy your cleavage look in that Chinese dress. Now head over there and make the hopes and dreams of every red-blooded male come true. I'm happy he have his priorities straight. It really makes me happy. Of course I keep my end of the bargain. Here you go. Oh, butel. Yes, one bottle, that's it. That's right, a single dose is all I have, and it'll be warned. Sharing it between you will just make it useless. Oh, you bitch! What are you trying to pull? Fool! Oh, come on now, think about it. Would I really go to good trouble preparing antidote when the whole point of the poison was to kill my target? Which was... Lano, me? I should brought along a single dose for the insurance, in case I end up taking the poison myself by mistake. That's the one on contingency I prepared for. And now, as I promised, I have handed over that single dose of contingency antidote to all of you. Whatever happens next is out of my hands. I wonder which one will get to take it. I mean, Gordov, I guess, because he is... I mean, we are at least partly resistant to it. His Excellence, the Great Gordov, or Chaldea's one and only master? And just so you know, Lano, you don't have much time left either. Well, I guess my plan got cheated out of the court. God damn it. You might not be feeling too bad thanks to Mash's protection, but make no mistake, the poison is doing its job. Jiang Yu Ming Mai, the race you out from the inside. You only have a few days left to live at best. Drive from inside? Dude, that's a... Why is there a kid outside? It's sunny outside.
Ah. Oh shit. What? Doesn't it help if I drink a lot? We have a lake over there behind these guys, so I'm like... And probably get tapeworm. But, you know, if it helped me to hydrate my inside... Senpai. As much as I think we have to put our personal feeling aside in favor of the larger picture. Now I suggest we...
Lano, I sell you to Game of Rock, paper, scissors.
Yes. Huh?
Only one of us will go on living. I've been in the class between our wills to survive. And when the stakes are high,
Rock, paper, scissors is the only truly impartial judge. Well, normally I would prefer contest, but that would give me an unfair advantage, so rock, paper, scissors it is.
Is the girl... Are you really sure you want to settle like that? It's alright, Machi. If they are content to make a decision this way, it's not our place to interfere.
That's me, and whatever hand we choose to play. A fair fight worse, there is what's won. What do you say, young lady?
So this is our personal judgment day.
Very well, I'm glad you're being such a good sport about this. Win or lose, no hard feelings, okay? That includes having one of your servants take it by force, and under any other unbecoming chicaneries. Alright, let's do this! Rock, paper!
Oh no! Am I really gonna... Oh no, is this really gonna affect... Am I... Oh no. Or is... Or... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no! I'm gonna use rock.
What?
Hey, Goro, why do you use Tiso there?
I can't believe it. I thought the rock declaration was just a ploy and you're actually going to use paper. I was all set to use my scissors to cut your paper to ribbons, and now your rock dashed them to pieces. So you use the reverse psychology.
Ah, man. He did it intentionally, didn't he? Gorov, you might try to be cold and all, but we can see it.
You must have developed quite an eye for strategy after leading the servant to restore humanity.
Hey, Gordy.
So I've lost. Then I suppose I have no choice but to let you have the antidote.
Senpai? Good grief. Hey, Lano. It's been a good show and all, but I think it's time we got this over with, don't you? Yep, go for it.
Hey, what is the first meaning of this full Nelson Yinker?
Okay, Gordy, open wide. And there you go, down the hatch.
Are you nuts? Why did you make me swallow it? That was the only antidote we had. Now what are you gonna do?
Could have just let you die. I wouldn't even be here if not for you. That's right, you only survived because Direct God ate half of that cake. If you had eaten the whole thing, you would have died on the spot. I never said a word about that, so... Indeed, whatever the circumstances may have been, the end result is that Godov saved Lano's life. And despite being well aware of that, he has not as much mentioned it at all this time. No doubt he decided it would be unfair to hold that over Miss Lano's head, given how she was about to head off into battle. Well... I don't get it, baby.
I don't know if put it quite that way.
So now we're even.
The fool. Where did God bring some decent even at such a young age? But very well, this is of course merely a matter of priorities. There can be no team without its leader. Now for the back in action, all of our further plans are guaranteed to succeed.
Ah, man. What a joke. I'm utterly revolting. Maybe I'll just gobble you up from the heads down.
What?
Oh, it seems we have a lady here who can't quite contain her murderous rage.
Who, me? Oh, but don't be silly. That's all been hugely entertaining farce. There's nothing quite like humans, is there? And so that I feel as though my heart might burst.
Fool.
I'm afraid you have grossly underestimated us if you thought this little performance of yours would hide the truth. The medicine you hand over is not the only means of neutralizing poison, is it?
Oh, and on what are you basing that also hopefully assertion, I ask?
Did you choose to come to this particular Lostbelt in the first place? You made sure to wait until the time was right before you went about poisoning Miss Lano. Were your poison truly incurable, you would only need to flee once the deed was done. As long as you had managed to cover your tracks, you could escape without leaving a trace. And yet, by the time we had arrived in this Lostbelt, you were already here. Now, why would you do something so foolish? The answer is simple, because there's something in this Lostbelt you need to keep away from us. And what else could that be but a way to cure the poison you used?
Ugh, I can't stand men who have nothing more to offer than their minds. I imagine you must have heard that from Irina Adler a lot too, didn't you?
Oh, wouldn't that be a cool servant, Irene Adler? I'll thank you not to draw a comparison between her and an agent of pure evil such as yourself.
Oh, take that, Colonel Sky.
Now then, as we can be sure that Mrs. Konskaya is supposed purple. Ow, my neck. That snapped. In coming here was to protect it. We must simply ask ourselves what this cure might be. The tree, I guess. Maybe it's Shi Huang. It would have to be something already lost in proper human history, as well as something unattainable in any other Lostbelt, which leaves.
At the Fusang tree.
Quite so, though there are many things unique to this Lostbelt, the Fusang tree is the only thing that I can think of that would be impossible to obtain elsewhere. As the key to the Sage World mystics, we know that it is no end of biochemical application, as King Shi Huang has so aptly demonstrated. I see no other magecraft system that could possibly be used to refine such a strange and complex poison.
Well, I suppose there is no point in playing dumb any longer. Yes, you are right. That poison was derived from the Fusang tree. The substance made by distilling its root with Jin energy is called Xian Shui Ming Mai, or Immortal Decline. And the one made by decocting its leaves with Yang energy is called Xiang Huo Ming Mai, or Immortal Lifeline. Either way, whether you make a poison or antidote, you need something from the Fusang tree. Of course, you could always make an antidote without the Fusang tree as long as you could extract something with the same component. But we all know proper human history lost their cancer mystic long ago, don't we? Which means the antidote I had on me was your only hope. Given that I held Lana's life in my hand, I did consider making her my slave and forcing her to do my bidding. But I couldn't get a Kuda's report out of my head. If I only never heard her mention there was a Lostbelt, where the Fusang tree remained alive and in human custody.
So once you knew, you felt you had no choice but to go and guard it. You must be quite the worrywart yourself.
I prefer to think of it as knowing when to hedge my bets.
Whatever you choose to call it, your instinct to help us help out considerably for once. Once we obtain the Fusang tree for ourselves, we can cure Miss Lana's poison, correct?
Theoretically, yes. But to actually do that, you have to make your way into Xiangyang, where the Emperor is. And you have to be insane to do that, wouldn't you?
We have been everywhere, so why not?
Hey, we're going to have to face with King Shi Huang eventually. Especially now that the Emperor is trying to wipe us out for being Confucians.
I'm confused too.
Besides, we can't leave this Lostbelt and we can find the tree of emptiness and chop it down.
The hidden tree of emptiness. Well, I suppose it all boils down to the same thing. At any rate, curing Miss Lana's poison remains our top priority. Maybe the tree is actually the Fusang tree. Maybe the tree of emptiness or whatever the fuck it's called. Can I assume our next destination to be Xiangyang then, Director?
Yes, of course. After all, we do need to get our hands on the antidote at all costs. As Career Director, I'm personally responsible for the lives of my staff, and that includes Lano. I certainly can't afford to go around dying first.
Well said, Director.
Foo! Don't you worry, my girl. We'll find a way to save you. You see, if we don't, you hang in there and focus on defeating King Shi Huang.
I'm so relieved. I know we're not out of the woods yet, but at least this take care of one big problem.
Yep.
It's great to finally see Director Gordo back to his old self again, isn't it, Senpai?
It is! he is back on track, and we're gonna fight and get the antidote and live happy ever after. And I'm gonna cut for now, though. I will be back with more FGO. Man, we're getting lots of cool story here. I'm curious, so we'll see you later on. So thank you for watching. See you later, and have a continued super great day.